Hey everybody, I came to speak today on the topic of knowing and reclaiming your worth here at the Women and Youth Discovering Your Purpose Conference. I went into a bunch of different tools that you need to know and reclaim your worth. I'm so excited to share this message with you guys, and I hope you enjoy.
I present to you Ms. Roxell Richards.
It feels so good to talk to my people. Right? Normally, I'm in a courtroom and people don't look like me. Right. Nobody looks like me. So I can get real today. All right. And I'm real happy and excited about that. And I really hope that today when you guys leave, that you will leave with the words that I share with you and the experiences that I share with you in your heart. And my goal here is for you all to leave here today knowing that you are worthy, knowing that the spark that God has blessed you with, that you're going to carry that spark and you're going to change some lives with what God has given you, your talents, your skill level, your experiences, and your stories. That is the goal. And we're going to start off with playing a little game, and it's called Truth and Tell. Okay? So when I pick a jury, I always start off with a good story, and then I ask them, how do they feel? So this story today, I'm going to be really real with y'all. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Come on. Okay. So beyond the accolades, the titles, the money I've made, the materialistic things that I possess, I think what's most depicting about my life is that I really embody the theme of owning your worth. Right. Reclaiming your worth. We're going to start there. Knowing your worth and then reclaiming your worth. So if you had to put my life in a movie, it would be called Reclaiming Your Worth. Right? I mean, I've probably been through it all. I've been a defendant. I've been through molestation. I've been through doubt. I've been through worry. I've been through where people have told me, you can't do that. You're a little ghetto girl. You can't do that. Yeah. I remember being in law school, and I remember my professor telling me, you're right on a 7th grade level. That's what he told me. Wow. And he meant it. I remember him telling me that, you know, you're not going to make it. You won't make it. I've had judges look at me in my eye and tell me I'm incompetent. And then have rose up and won cases that everybody thought I would lose. So I think overcomer is probably the epitome of my soul. Yeah. And the one thing I really, really, really want to share with everybody is that we don't start off with these feelings of unworthiness. Because when we're brought into this world, right, we're brought into this world as a baby. And one thing about a baby is a baby knows what they want. Yeah. Everything that you are and who you are and who you have become is learned behavior. There's only 2 things that you're brought into this world knowing how to do, and that's eat and poop. Everything else is learned. How you are is learned, how you speak is learned, how you act is learned, how you react to others is learned. Everything is learned behavior. So when you're a baby, if a baby's hungry, they're going to cry, they're going to kick, they're going to throw a tantrum. They're going to do everything in their power to make sure that you understand that, hey, I'm hungry. Give me my food, give me my bottle, give me my whatever. And for some of us, we got grown babies, and we still going to make sure that they get what they want. We're going to go grow, we're going to break the bank to make sure they get what they want. But then life happens. And so I need some volunteers. You've got self-worth over here. I need somebody to come up and hold this poster. You like it right here. So we born self-worth. Here's worth. It's their self. And then something happens. Come here. Somebody, come on. Come on, past experience. Come on. Come on, feelings of doubt. Come on. Come on, life circumstance. who want to be life circumstances? Come on. Get right there. So we've got self-worth over here. That's how we're born. And then what happens is we've got past experience gets in the way. Come on out. That's past experience. We all got some past experience that makes us think crazy stuff, right? True. Then we got some feelings of doubt, fear, self-worthlessness that happens. Come here, Worth. Come on, Worth. Come on, Worth. Look what's happening to the self-worth. Look. Come on, past experience. Look, past experience gets in the way of worth. Yeah. Come on, feelings. Gets in the way of worth. Worth over here now. And then guess what happened? Life happened. So here goes my worth. Look. There goes self over there. Here goes worth over here. So that's what happens, right? So now it's like, well, how am I going to get the self, get through all of this, and get all over here to merge with this work? How are we going to make that happen?
All right, that's good.
You know, each one of these I'm embodied. Each one. Had a lot of things happen to me. Past experience, had feelings of self-doubt, self-worth, mental, telling me I'm not even worth it. I've even gotten to the point where I remember I used to come up with reasons why I couldn't do stuff. I mean, nobody would tell me. I would just, I can't do this because I'm not, I speak like this. Or I can't do this because I don't think I'm educated enough. I can't do this because I don't have no money. I can't do this because this. I'm giving all these excuses. Right. Boy, that mental is something else.
It is.
I can't do this because I got kids. I can't do this because I don't have no babysitter. I can't do this because I was living in a shelter when I was in law school. I can't do this because I'm in a shelter. I can't do this because this. I can't do this. This is what happens with these feelings. That's something else. Yeah. And you got life circumstances that occur. And this is the stuff that stops us, right? Got death of a loved one. Death of my second child. This is me we talking about. Got things that happen that keeps the self and the worth apart. And imagine if we can wallow in this, right? We can wallow in all of this. Yeah. And what happens? We don't rise to our greatest potential. We don't rise to our purpose. You know what's so magical about human beings is that there's over 1 billion of us, and not one of us is alike. Not one. We are all uniquely made. Every one of us. We all have something inside of us that we are meant to put here. And my biggest, if you will, empathy is laying over somebody. I went to a funeral not too long ago. He was 39 years old. He would have been 40 years old. Released out of prison. And he was shot. He was killed off of MLK. And what's so sad is for me to watch over some of my former clients or people who I grew up in the hood with, to know that they didn't accomplish everything that they were set out to accomplish. You're not put here in vain. You can either wallow in this and not accomplish anything, or you can start working on your legacy. You can start working on what God put inside of you. Because see, these things that happen to you, they don't happen to you, they happen for you. Past experiences happen for you, because with this past experience, you can go help somebody else. These feelings and stuff, they happen for you so you can change. And then you got these life circumstances where you just don't understand. It's the why me, Lord. The good old cry. The good old snot cry. That's what I like to call it. We know I had some of those snot cries before. Had you on your knees can wallow in all of this, but you know what? It happens for you. It happens for you to get still. Sometimes you gotta get still.
That is so true.
And when you get still, the truth will reveal itself.
Well,
And I'm gonna give y'all some tools that we can merge our self-worth together so we can be all that we were created to be. So that we can live up to our full potential, so that we can embody our spark. You know, your spark is who you are. It's that thing that when people see you, they like you. It's that thing that you have, that little voice that you have that tell you that you dismiss it. Oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But then you dismiss it. Or you get on your phone and you're looking at what this person doing over there. You're looking at what this person doing over there. You're looking at what this person doing over there. And you're trying to grab what they doing. You're trying to grab what they doing. You see their success and you're trying to do what they do. You're missing the whole point. The entire point. This is the one thing that I hate about the phones. And I tell my son all the time, don't get caught up. Because while you're looking at this time is passing by.
that's right.
And you don't know the day, the hour. Nobody knows, but I bet you if I could go back and I could wake up everybody in the cemetery, I bet you they would live life different. Because some of us think that time is just, it's going to be here. We got time to do this. You know, it's 24 hours in a day. That's not a lot of time. I get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I still can't finish everything I set out to do. You don't have a lot of time. All you have is now. That's it. And to my young people, you're in a better position than 98% of the world, because as soon as you can understand the reason why you were put here on this earth, I'm not going to even say the reason, as soon as you can embrace who you are and start sharing those gifts, you're working on your legacy. You're going to leave something behind when you pass on. A lot of people didn't leave anything behind. I'm sure there's a lot of dreams, a lot of visions, a lot of goals in that cemetery. We'll never know. We will never know. So, I'm going to give y'all some authority as to why it is we have to merge this self and this work together. And that's found in Psalms 8, 3 and 8. That's my biblical authority, you know. Because in law, we don't give, when we go and we argue a case, we got to tell the judge some authority. If we don't give him any authority or her any authority, they'll say, okay, you got to get out of my courtroom. What you're saying doesn't make sense. And better yet, what you're saying is just really a cry for help, a cry for sympathy. But you need some authority, so I'm going to give y'all some authority. So when we go to this Psalm, chapter 8, 3 and 8, and it says, when I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of them? Human beings that you care for them. You have made them a little lower than the angels, and crowned them with glory and honor. You made them the rulers over the works of your hands. You put everything under their feet, all flocks and herds, and the animals of the wild, and the birds in the sky. Now, if we just sit there, right there, God give us dominion and control over everything. That's why you're worthy. He said it. That's the authority. So you got to be worthy. You got to feel and know that you're worthy, and that you're meant to be worthy, and that you're meant to walk in your greatness, and that you're meant to walk in your spark. And baby, can't nobody stop you. Not past experiences, not life circumstance, not even these feelings can stop you. Because you got the authority. The good book said it. And for some, because again, I didn't know, who don't believe in the Bible, you know, I have to argue a lot of times with my colleagues. They don't believe in God. They say God is just about as real as Santa Claus. That's what they tell me. So, this is what I tell them. This is what I'm going to tell you online. This your authority. The authority is the cry of your soul. The authority is, can you sleep at night? Do you feel uneasy? Each of us knows what's right or wrong. We know how we should live. We see our best self every day. We see little glimpses of it. We hear that cry at night. We just ignore it. That's what we do, or we dismiss it. And sometimes we go through life with this feeling of uneasiness. Feeling like, I don't think my life is fulfilling enough. I'm going through this job every single day. It's routine. I'm feeling like I'm just going through the motions. That's that soul. That's that cry from your soul. That's your authority. Telling you, hey, you need to do something. Hello. You need to walk in your greatness. Hello. And so how do we reclaim our self-worth? How do we get the self and the work together? Now see, here's the thing. This worth, the solution is it doesn't work without self. Come on, self. You see? That is the key. Your worth doesn't work without you. That means you got to do some things, and I'm about to tell you what you got to do to reclaim your self-worth. And if you don't need to reclaim your self-worth, that means you know your worth. And if you know your worth, that means you should be walking in your greatness. And if you're walking in your greatness, you should be changing lives. And if you're changing lives, you should not be broke. There's no reason in here for people to come in here and be broke. When I got a client who's in jail publishing books, serving a 20-year sentence, he tried to come at me and say, Miss Richards, I got the 20 years sentence for everybody. I said, okay. Can you put some money on my books? I said, no. You can write some books. And I'll show you how to get them published. I don't want to hear broke. Because there's a story in everybody in here. So now, if you're broke, or if you're working on your finance, that means you need to be listening to this message and claim your self-worth.
All right.
So the first thing you got to do, you got to restart your mind.
Restart your mind.
That's the first thing you have to do. Okay, what do I mean by that, Roxell? You got to fuel your mind with positive thoughts. Because that's the only way you're going to knock this one out. Come here, self. When self fuels her mind with positive thoughts, guess what happens? She pushes this out the way. That's what happens. You got to feed your mind positive thoughts. You got to have the emotional state of love. You got to tell yourself daily, I'm worthy. I was created for a divine purpose. I'm supposed to walk in my greatness. I'm supposed to be rich. I'm supposed to have money. And I don't have to feel bad about that. Because you don't. My God is rich. So why can't you be? And don't say, oh, Roxell, you a lawyer, so that, no, because it's a lot of broke lawyers. I'm just going to call it a spade a spade. So that's not what that is. Trust me, it's not. And then the next thing you have to do is you have to get centered. And that's something that I talk about all the time, getting centered. Because see, when these things happen, they happen for you to sit still. I remember when I was going through the most critical time of my life, I really thought life was over. I went through a really bad divorce. I lost my second child. I had to file bankruptcy. I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible. And I didn't think that I was going to make it out of that situation, but then I got still and I got centered. And whenever you get centered and whenever you get still, you begin to realize the truth. And you can come to terms and look at your circumstances and say, okay, how did I get here? A lot of us run from that. We run from silence because the truth hurts. But you sit down, get your pen and paper, and you write it out. And I remember writing everything out. Oh, this is how I got here. I did this, and I cried as I was writing. I did this, and it kept going on and on and on and on.
And you write down all of this stuff. You write down all those experiences. And then you begin to think about the solutions to crawl yourself out. And if you can't think about a solution, they got Google. They got people you can call. You can call me. Got a bunch of them in mind. And then after you do that, I need y'all to let this go. Life circumstance. Come on, Pax. See, self gotta let all that go. Some of us can't let it go because we too busy walking around with a chip on our shoulder. We ready to curse somebody out and tear them a piece of our mind and go off on them and let them know. You know, I'm just saying. We can't let it go. We ready to curse somebody out, okay? We ready to tell somebody how we feel. They don't get you nowhere.
All right.
There's a saying called kill them with kindness. And you don't have to tell nobody how you feel. You just get to work and you start working on you. You don't have to, you can say, bye-bye. Okay. No problem. No, white folks do, y'all do that real good. Real good. They can kill you with kindness, backstabbing your back, and smile, and tell you, no, 90 years,
That is so
life sentence. Yeah, y'all better take notes. Take some notes. You don't have to curse. You don't have to tell everybody how you feel. That's not going to help. All it's going to do is offend people. The stuff you see on TV, the fighting, and all of that, and this person, that's for TV. That's not real life. You don't argue your battles by fighting. You don't fight your battles by fighting people. You don't react in anger. You react in love. So you got to let it go. You got to let all that go. Because all it's going to do is stop you. You won't get no business. Nobody don't like you. You're going to piss somebody off. That's all you're going to do. Then you got to take action. You know, when you begin to work on yourself, the days will start to come together. You walk it in your spark. You work it in your vision. Before you realize that you will have accomplished your goal.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you want to do. And when you have that vision, don't just have the vision. Break them down into tasks. Don't just say, okay, I want to be a such and such, or I want to do such and such. Write down exactly what needs to happen for you to do that. And the things that you can't fix or do, delegate those tasks. Get on Google. They got a bunch of different resources. People will do stuff for cheap, real cheap. And you got to surround yourself with somebody that's doing it. See, this is all a part of your action steps. And you got to let go of those people from the past, all of the people that's going to be around you being negative, trying to tell you, girl, what you doing, why you doing it. I remember people thought I was crazy doing what I was doing. People didn't understand my vision. People didn't. And you know what's crazy is I went to a birthday party not too long ago. And you know the same people that was going out to the clubs 20 years ago, they still going out to the clubs. They still doing the same thing. But I'm so glad that God delivered me. I'm so glad that He showed me that I'm worthy and that I've got a bigger calling on my life. And that I have to go walk in my calling and let a lot of stuff go. And I got to get around people that's doing better than me, that can show me it's possible. Because those feelings that I had, the feelings that I had that was telling me I was making excuses, oh, they smarter than me, that's baloney. And you got to focus on your vision every single day. Your goal, your vision every single day. And every single day as you focus on these things, don't let nothing stop your vision, nothing stop your goal, nothing stop you from walking in your purpose and your calling that God has put on your life, nothing. Come here, self. Come on, self. You don't know that, self. See, self can conquer all of that with those tools. But then every now and then you need some fuel so that you can do these things that I talked about, which is restarting your mindset, getting centered, letting it go, taking action, and focus. And here's some of the things that I constantly have to do, and that's pray.
Yes, Lord.
I pray over my cases. I pray for these people. I pray for my soul every single day. A lot of times I don't even know how I'm going to fight for justice. And what we're living in is life, right? So life is our courtroom. We are our own attorneys, and we're fighting for ourselves every single day. We have to be our own advocate. We have to be our own gladiator for our life, for our soul. Justice is just not in the courtroom. It's for you. And then I meditate. Because sometimes you have to quiet the noise. You have to quiet the circumstances. And with all the gory stuff that I see, there's a lot of quieting I have to do every single morning. Quiet your mind for 5 minutes. Quiet. Because what it does is it gives you a source of peace. And so when somebody's telling you something, before you click off and go off on them, and before you want to fight them, you can go back to that place of peace that you feel. That's why we meditate. That's what I tell the white folks. They don't believe in prayer. So I tell them meditate.
That's true.
I just say, don't kill me, right? And then you have to keep the faith. Keep the faith in your dream. Keep the faith in your passion. Keep the faith in your calling. Keep the faith in your spark. Keep the faith in what you want. Keep the faith in what you need. And you have to believe. You have to believe. Not anybody else, but you. You have to believe. Every single day, I have to believe that I don't care what anybody says. You know, I had a judge recently tell me in Anaheim, California, in a federal case that I was filing suit on, and he told me that I was incompetent. I remember I was in trial helping another colleague of mine, and I even had a judge tell me in front of the jury, you need to go back to law school. Now, I could have allowed what they said to get me off my game. I could have allowed what they said. I could have snapped my neck, told the judge, it's my mind. I could have did all of that. That wouldn't have solved anything. Nothing. Would have made me look stupid. But I smiled. Thank you, Your Honor. And I continued because I know that my worth is not dictated by whatever somebody thinks about me. I know that my worth is not dictated by any judge, any president of the United States, anybody with more education than me. I know they don't dictate my worth. I know my worth comes from my authority, which is the Bible. I know my worth comes from my soul. So nothing gets in the way of that. There's nothing that nobody can say or do or tell me otherwise. That's why I can smile and keep going. And nothing will move me. Nothing. And that's what we have to do. We have to get to that point where nothing can move us, nothing can shake us from our self-worth. We want to keep all that over there. Keep the past experience, the life circumstances, because again, if you allow this, it will pull self-worth apart. And we don't want that. That's not what God wants for us. We are to live in peace. We are to live with love. We are to live with harmony. We are to live and walk in His purpose and not of any negativity and drama and fighting and bitterness and let me tell you what's on my mind. No. And I'm telling y'all, because you know what? We gotta be better as black people. Because y'all make it hard for me when I want to go in the courtroom. Because they expected me to act like that, and I don't. It's unfortunate that it's bad enough the media depicts us like that. But we gotta stop, y'all. We gotta start fighting people with love, with kindness, not with anger. We gotta stop beating ourselves up. We gotta stop telling ourselves we can't do something. We have to take responsibility for our life because, again, work doesn't work without self. Sit still and figure out what we have to do because, you know what, if I were to go by my past experience, my life circumstances, and my feelings, I wouldn't be here. I'd be wallowed up. Probably on another criminal case. Probably poor. Come on, y'all. Come on. Everybody in here is powerful. Every single soul is powerful. And I pray that you will walk in your purpose. I pray that you will walk in that spark that God has given you. I pray that you will stop and listen to whatever God has put in your head and has told you that I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. I pray that you will hold on to that and move on and you will walk in peace and in His calling. I really, really do. And to my adults, please go to court. Will you get that jury notice? Yeah, please. Because how can we talk about what's going on with the police brutality, and I'm gonna say it. We talk about what's going on, oh, they kicking us, they fighting us, they beating up on us, but we don't want to go to court. Imagine if we went to court, because see, the jurors, y'all are like gods, pretty much. You make the decision of what happens to that officer, and when y'all become 18, register to vote, please. You make the decision as to what happens to the officer, to the person who was done wrong in a hospital. You make those critical decisions. But what happens is, guess what we do when we come to court and we get the jury notice? I gotta go. I gotta go to my job. And so then what happens is I'm stuck representing people that look like us, that look like me, trying to explain it to this jury who look nothing like me, and they want to award 0. Go to court, and I kind of threw that off topic, but I just want to say that. But ladies and gentlemen, this is my time. I hope I've been a blessing to you, and I hope God has used me for you to walk in your purpose and know that you're worthy, and for you to reclaim your self-worth. Thank you.